for the past election, the 2022 elections, it has become very expensive already if you're a candidate. Okay, we look at basically these barangay officials as political power brokers of the people at the community level to the patron going identifying key government officials or positions for that matter. And this drastic change is just going to being able to align themselves into whoever it is going to support them, especially at these particular elections. And this is you're correct, it's going to be a very expensive, and we're looking at a more expensive 2025 elections for that matter.
Hansley, do you agree that it's going to change the national elections, provincial elections, or regional elections for that matter?
I'm inclined to see this development as simply adding on to established patterns of campaigning. In previous decades, the previous assumption was the transition towards digital or more social media oriented campaigning would cut costs. But as was demonstrated last year in 2022, no, it actually drove it up because the social media campaigning, the disinformation network also relied on a significant amount of money going around. I've had testimonies from friends in civil society in 2022 that GCash payments were going around practically the entire election campaign season. And because it's GCash, there's no regulation on that. That's a newer form of vote buying that has not been properly addressed, and we don't expect it to be addressed by our current crop of politicians because they're the ones doing it. No, so now in the research I was engaged with the university in the past, we did notice that violence really only sparks up when there's a sizable opposition in the area. But if there's none, like say for example, in one of my home provinces in Cavite, I've been given intelligence by friends and residents in the area that there's already an emerging consensus that this will be the set of candidates that will be running, and therefore let's not field any more opposition so that there's no more tension in 2025. Now the barangay elections is a test case for that because I think it's not unreasonable to assume that the barangay leaders that emerge and the political machineries that emerge during the barangay election are directly tied to the local campaign mechanisms of the local political dynasties and competing actors. So the barangay elections, by virtue of this, becomes the how do you call this, the initial scouts of the campaign, so to say.